Hello everyone. I just thought I'd pop on quick and show you guys a couple projects. I told you last night or yesterday that I would come back on today and say hello. I am doing one Halloween project and one project that's not. The Halloween project I'm doing today is the sign, and all I did with this one is painted it with some acrylic paint, kind of a black wash on it. With I mixed the acrylic paint with water and painted it on this wooden sign. So we will be putting a transfer on that. I have is one that I had done before with my daughter, or for my daughter, and it said cute but crazy, and I had done it on a picture frame. She recently told me it broke, so I'm going to redo that for her. So let me get you down to my surface and get you on my computer here, and we will get started. Nothing special today, just wanted to show you a couple things and pop in and say hello. So if you come on in, say hi to me, and if you have any questions or comments or anything, put those in the comments section. Let's see, get you down here. So, like I said, I just got this sign at a craft store, and I painted it with just regular acrylic paint. I sprayed water on it and covered the whole surface on both sides. And I wiped it off a little bit to make it a little bit more distressed, a little bit more Halloween-y, even though this is the transfer we're going to put on it. It says, eat sweets and be spooky. And that's kind of a fun one. I'm going to use some bright colors with it, so it's not going to be too spooky, but I wanted to make my sign kind of opposite of those bright colors. Put this over there. Now this is just a retired transfer that I had gotten off a page. It is retired, it's no longer available, but we have plenty of Halloween transfers on the website for you to choose from. There's so many fun ones right now. And we are just going to fuzz it a little bit on the fuzzing cloth and apply it right to our board. Now a lot of our woods we have to use wax with it to coat the surface so that our transfer doesn't stick to it too well, but this is really kind of a smooth surface, and I've already fuzzed my transfer, so I don't think it's going to be too bad. So I'm just going to sit that right on there. I don't think it's going to stick. See, it's not even really going to stick too bad, so you just kind of eyeball it. I think I want it up just a little bit more to use a little bit more of that sign. Line it up with this curve a little bit maybe. Alright, that's where I'm going to put it. And today we've got orange peel, bumblebee, teal, and I'm going to throw in some raspberry sorbet. So I thought some of it we could use for these little pieces of candies, and then of course the words. Candies are all different kinds of colors, so I thought that would be good. I'm going to open up all my pastes. We'll get them all mixed up here. Yesterday I couldn't believe that I actually went live for 2.5 hours just about. That was way too long. So if you didn't watch the whole thing, pause it and go back to it and play it. It was such a fun live to do all 3 of those projects, one from each season. Oh, fireworks. What are they celebrating? Fall? I heard them earlier today too. I can't believe it. Fireworks? Who lets off fireworks in September? Only in my neighborhood, I guess. And this teal's a little bit thicker than I want, so I'm going to give it just a little bit of squirt of water in there. Distilled or spring water only. Do not use tap water. You have to have kind of an in-between consistency. You don't want it too runny, but you don't want it dry either, because it just won't work properly. And check out this raspberry. This is the prettiest pink. The prettiest pink of pinks. I was debating whether I was actually going to go live, and I thought, well, I'm going to squeeze it in. Fun. So here I am. I didn't even warn anybody that I was going live today. Figured I would just surprise you all. Went to Menards today and got a little bit of wood. A while back, I don't know if you remember me mentioning, I got the welcome sign transfer. So I'm trying to get organized to get one of those done. I've wanted to try them. I see pictures of, you know, other designers doing their welcome signs. And I just really want to get to that project. I think it would be a lot of fun. All right. So let me grab some squeegees. I don't think we're going to need the big one, but who knows. All right, I'm going to start, I think at the top here, we'll do these little candies. We'll do one yellow. These candies won't take very long. They're so tiny. See, the yellow one's done. Just gonna wipe that on my paper towel and use it again. All right, and we'll do an orange one. Like I said, go to my website and check out the Halloween things. Those transfers are fun. I've done other videos with some Halloween stuff. There's just plenty of things on there to buy, even more I want to get. I wish I had my Regal purple in, but I'm waiting for that order to come in. I do have it in ink though. I can use some of the ink, and I can do the word eat in Regal with my ink. How's that? I think that'll work fine. We'll see how it shows up on that black though. We'll do the and B in Regal also. Now wood, if I were to make a mistake here or change my mind on it, wood is something that if you cannot fix your mistake, you're going to have to go back and probably sand it down and redo your surface. I want to do sweets in sorbet, raspberry sorbet. And we're just running our chalk paste through the silk screen transfer, making sure to get all that silk screen covered. And then afterwards we'll just pull off the extra and put it right back in our jar. Okay, so that one's done. I think I'm just going to throw that in there. Now I'm going to do spooky and orange. I haven't used my teal yet, so we'll do some candy down here in teal. I love the consistency of this orange because it spreads on so good. And oh, also we got candy corn. So we'll do you want to, oh, we'll do that in yellow. Maybe with a little orange because candy corn is both, isn't it? Let's see, the end is white. The tip, I think, and then in between. I don't know, is it yellow, orange, white, or orange, yellow, white? I don't even know. Today it is going to be just orange and yellow. How's that? Okay. Now we're going to grab some of this teal. We're going to do that candy and teal. And what else do we have? We already did orange. We'll do a candy and the pink. Even though we did all that sweets, the word sweets in pink, we'll do it that too. Okay, let's peel to reveal. Ooh, now that is cute. And this I'm going to stick onto my backer sheet and wash it when we get done, because we should no longer put our transfers in a water bath. So I will put that aside to wash later. And I got a little bit of orange on the bottom here that I don't want there. Pull up one of my... You ever pulled out disinfectant wipe and you only want one and you get like 100? Okay. I'm going to get that little bit of orange off of the bottom. And that's really cool. Got a little pink. Eat sweets and be spooky. That turned out pretty cute. And it did have these holes here. I took the tie off so that I could paint it. So I'm going to put that tie back on. And you can use ribbon or anything to hang these with. I'm just going to use the burlap on this one, if I can get it back in there. Just run that through. And then put it through the front on this side so that the knots are in the back like it was. So I think this sign is really cute, and since I did the distressed painting on it, I don't know, it just seems like putting... Let me get this. Try not to mess up that wet chalk paint and ink. It's not wanting to thread in there. Give it a good twist, maybe if I use some water. Try it again. There it goes. Okay, now I'm going to put a knot in the back. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm sorry. And if you come in and watch my video, please put replay in the bottom so that I know that you came. Say hi to me. And like and share out my video if you would. That would be excellent. Uh-oh. Got some of those little hairs stuck in that wet ink. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to cut off, I have a strip of this orange glittery ribbon that I thought would be really cool to add on there. I don't want to do a ribbon or a bow or nothing though, but maybe we can, I don't know, do something with it because I think it needs some glitter. Maybe we can do we want to do a bow? I'm going to tie it from here. Because I have orange and I have purple and I have black. Maybe if I just cut some strips and we'll make like, I don't know, a little messy little something. And some scissors. Let's see what I come up with here. And I'll grab, I have a black one too. We'll grab a piece of that. It's over here where my ribbon is stored. Tape off. It's a brand new ribbon, so it's got that plastic. Well, get closer to it. There we go. I'm getting it. Maybe. I'll get the same size. And this is such a small board that I don't think we need any fancy. If I take, I'll just take a piece of this, I think, and tie it up. Maybe we'll go around it a few times. And then give it a little knot. We'll trim that off. Spread it out a little bit. Can you see what I'm doing? I wrapped that twine around those 3 little pieces I cut. I wrapped it around, I don't know, 5 or 6 times or so. And I knotted it in the back. And then made a cute little bow that way with our 3 Halloween colors. And I'll just go ahead and glue that on there. And then that would be our little sign. And you know, so we're not plugging in my heat gun right now. I can find it up here. There it is. I've got glue dots. I can just use those glue dots. Oh my goodness. I'm making noise. Alright, got it. There we go. I'll just stick it down with glue dots. Because I don't think we really need to hot glue it. I don't feel like getting into that right now. So I'm going to put a glue dot right there. We'll just add a couple of them. And that should be plenty. Just to give it some sticky on the back. And there's that one little piece that I want to trim. And there we go. Eat sweets and be spooky. Our little sign. That looks cute. All right, and now I want to do my daughter's thing. Where's that at? Now she had this picture frame, and let's see, what colors am I going to use? The picture frame I did for her was similar to this, and I chalked the image right onto the glass. I didn't use the ink because I didn't have the ink at the time. And right now, I don't think I'm going to worry about, you know, wanting to bake it and make it permanent or anything like that, because if one day she doesn't want this image, then I can put a different one on there for her. She just moved into a place a couple hours away and with her friend, and we're having a good time up there, and she says, "Mom, you'll never guess, I broke my thing you made me." Actually, the cat broke it, I guess. So we will do this for her. Now I'm going to clean this glass first before I apply the transfer to it, but I'm only going to do it with a little water and paper towels. Just give it a little wipe there. And since this is a non-porous surface, your transfer will stick to it really, really good. So you want to fuzz it up as much as possible. And trying to find all my stuff here to get it put away. And so that your transfer does not stick really bad on that glass, because it will ruin the adhesive on your transfer, and it could stretch your transfer as well. So I've used this one before, and so it doesn't stick as much as it used to. I think it's going to be just fine, but I will just do it one time, so there's really no stick to it. And this is our A size transfer, cute but crazy. I'm actually not even sure if this one's available anymore. It might be. I haven't looked. Ran into this one in a while, but it was one of the first ones I bought a couple months ago. Now the frame is silver and black, and I was thinking to match that I would do a silver and then dry that and then put it back on and do the black so that it's both colors to match that frame. I don't know if that's what she wants or not, but that's what I'm doing. Let's get rid of all this stuff and close up our paste. And it looks like I have a little glue in this, so I'm just going to take that out of there. And since this one was thicker, I'm going to put another spray of water in this before I put the lid on, so that'll help keep that one moist. I haven't used that color in a while, so it kind of dried out on me. I'm going to scrape the sides of a couple of these too. You want to keep your paste well maintained. They can be fixed if they do dry out, and they will last for a long time. There's been stories of people having them stored in their closets for a while because they weren't chalking, and they pulled them out and they were like hard, and there's ways to revive it. So there's tricks to it, and they will come back to life if you work with them. Okay, so here's our orange. Get that all closed up. And with my daughter's frame too, what I did, the one that she had, is I didn't use the back of the frame. I had just put the glass in here like this, and then I took some of this here and glued it in and made a hanger for it. Now I think I'm gonna do that again because that's a lot of fun. The only thing is that you have to super glue that glass in place. in order to keep it in there because it no longer has the back. Like I can fold these down, but that's only going to probably hold so much, so I'll probably add some super glue to it as well. So let's get our black. Here's black, and where's my silver? And here's silver. So we're going to do the silver first, and I'm just going to give it a good mix, even though I don't ever have to add water to my shimmer, my shimmer paste, because they're always so good and creamy. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is run this down over my transfer, covering all the areas. And I'm just using chalk paste on this, and it's going straight on the glass. You can use our chalks and inks on all kinds of surfaces. The inks are permanent on our fabrics when you heat set them. The inks are also permanent on glass if you put those in the oven and ink set them that way. Or sorry, heat set them in the oven. The fabric you heat set with an iron. And if you hear screaming or laughing or yelling, my daughter's here with a friend. They're watching a show at the moment. And we never did get her room finished painting, so we'll head over there probably later and work some more on that. Oh, this looks really good on the glass. Oh, I love it. Let me hold that up so you can see it. Cute but crazy. I love how that just shimmers. It really looks like I went to the store and bought that, you guys. And you see how fast that was. So I've got my hair dryer down here. I think I have to plug it in. Yep. Let me plug that in and we'll get that dry. All right. I want to make sure I'm getting it good and dry because I'm going to be putting the transfer back over it. Okay, so that's dry. Now when you dry something, now like right now this glass is pretty hot. You are not going to want to put a transfer right back on that. So we're going to let that sit for a second to let cool down. Meanwhile, I am going to dip this in my water and get it washed up over here. I'm going to be using our board eraser. I think you can see this. I just lift that up a little bit. And I'm just going to wash right over that transfer with the board eraser. And since it's still wet on the transfer, it should come off pretty easy. Shouldn't take long at all. Might still look shimmery because that shimmer lasts for a while. It gets all over everything, kind of like glitter. I don't know if you can see my lazy cats over here on my bed. Alright, I'm going to flip it over. wash on this side. And that's all there is to that. Our fuzzing cloth now has two sides to it. It has a loopy side, that's for our fuzzing part of it, and then it has this really soft microfiber side that dries our transfers really well. I think my cats have been pawing at mine. It's got strings everywhere, and I have to trim it up and throw it in the laundry. I'm just patting this dry in between the fold of the fuzzing cloth, and then I will fuzz it again because now that I've washed it, it's sticky again. See that stick that it has? So I'm going to fuzz it. Okay, because I do not want it sticking to this. It's about back at room temperature. So I'm going to lay it back on there. And when I lay it back on there, I'm going to offset it a little bit. I don't want to totally line it up because I want to see that silver behind the black that I'm going to put on it. I'm going to kind of like make a double of it. I think I'm going to go right there. I think it might turn out cute right there, hopefully. We shall see. And it looks pretty lined up. It's pretty straight across on the top and the bottom. All right, let's stir this one up. This is our black. Black velvet. And it's the blackest black I've seen. It does look velvety too. I wonder what made them decide to call it black velvet and not jet black. Alright, so there's that. I have another big squeegee that I'll use for the black here. Dip some on that, and I'm going to run it right through like I did the silver. Making sure to cover the whole silk screen part. And get the side of that C. Alright, and then I'm just going to take the extra off. You want to save all that extra. It only takes very little chalk to do projects this small. And literally only a minute and it's done. So now I'm going to pull it off. Peel to reveal. This is the best part, you guys. Oh no, that's really cute. I do like how that turned out. Now I'm going to put this on the backer sheet so that our transfer's not sitting in that water. Kind of had my foot on it. I bent it. But that's okay. And I will wash that when we're done. Cute but crazy. That's pretty cool. So, let's dry that. And then I'll show you how I'm going to put this frame together. Alright, so here's our frame. We're going to flip it upside down. And see what it looks like in our frame. Isn't that pretty cool? I really like that. And it matches that frame so cool. I hope she likes it just as much. Now I'm going to take, where's my, a little bit of my super glue. and just go around the edges. Oh, I didn't mean to do it that way. I'm going to go around the edges of the frame just to hold it in place because it's not going to have a backer. And then I will also tie or glue on that string. I wish I had black jute, but I don't have that. Okay, so just a little bit on the edge, all the way around. And that will hold that glass into place. And then it's got those little fold over tabs that I will also put down. That will help it. And I don't think you'll see it much on the front side. Oh, you do? Okay, well, we won't use that then. We'll just... I'm gonna get those out. Wiggle them, they'll just come right out. I didn't think that you'd be able to see them, but you do. Okay, so we want it to stay super glued. I'm going to put a little weight on it, I think, I'm going to stack this right there. That'll hold that down onto that. And then I'm going to take this jute and we're going to put it in those little grooves and glue that down. There's some super glue there. And I could hot glue it too. I mean, I have the super glue out, so we'll just super glue it. Anything to make it stay. Okay. I think that'll stay. And then there's our little frame I made. So we've got cute but crazy. And eat sweets and be spooky. I'm so excited. I could do this all night long, you guys, but I've got to get going. I've got to go help my daughter. And I just wanted to do a couple of projects for you today. I hope you enjoyed them. I got to clean up this mess here and get it all organized again so I can day. I hope you enjoyed my projects today, and I will hopefully see you soon. Thank you. Share this with your friends, and like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, please. And we will see you later. Good night. Bye.